Welcome back to Top 5 Minutes, where we delve deep into the world of the extraordinary. Today, we're venturing into the darkest and most unsettling corners of society as we explore the life of those brave individuals who work as crime scene cleaners. Prepare to be amazed, shocked, and enlightened. In the subterranean depths of a dilapidated and abandoned mansion, Joe Mitchell, a middle-aged crime scene cleaner of repute, found himself embroiled in a task that would haunt his psyche for years to come. The mansion was infamous in the small town of Blackwood for being a site of unspeakable atrocities, but Joe had never fathomed the true extent of the malevolence that had transpired within its walls. Joe was summoned by the local authorities to clean up a crime scene at the mansion, with scant details provided, save for the fact that it was a gruesome murder-suicide. Upon arrival, he was greeted by a putrid odor that seemed to emanate from the very structure. He donned his hazmat suit and proceeded with caution into the heart of the mansion. The scene that confronted him was unlike any he had ever witnessed. The walls were drenched in blood, the furniture was shattered, and the floor was a grotesque mosaic of gore and viscera. However, the most disconcerting aspect was the walls themselves, adorned with hundreds of macabre drawings, seemingly sketched in blood. The drawings depicted twisted figures, scenes of violence, and cryptic symbols that covered every inch of the basement. Joe's apprehension grew as he commenced the arduous task of cleaning the room. Every stroke of his mop revealed more sinister details. He couldn't help but ponder about the individuals who had met their gruesome end here. Who had perpetrated such heinous acts, and for what reason? The drawings appeared to narrate a tale of madness and despair, a descent into darkness that defied explanation. As Joe worked, he sensed that he was being observed. The atmosphere grew colder, and he heard faint whispers reverberating through the basement. He dismissed them as figments of his imagination, but the unease persisted. Days turned into weeks as Joe meticulously cleaned the crime scene. He discovered concealed compartments filled with journals, each chronicling the descent into madness of the mansion's former occupants. The words on the pages spoke of rituals, sacrifices, and a malevolent force that had consumed their souls. One night, as Joe was perusing the journals, he stumbled upon a chilling revelation. The mansion had been a sanctuary for a clandestine cult devoted to dark and unspeakable rituals. The drawings on the walls were not merely random acts of insanity. They were part of a sinister ceremony intended to summon a malevolent entity from the depths of the supernatural. Joe realized that he was in grave peril. The cult's ominous influence still lingered, and he had unwittingly become a participant in their macabre ritual by cleaning their crime scene. The whispers grew louder, the shadows darker, and Joe knew that he had to depart before it was too late. In a desperate attempt to evade the malevolent force that now pervaded the mansion, Joe packed up his equipment and fled. However, the horror did not cease there. The nightmares that tormented him every night were a constant reminder of the darkness he had encountered. Joe Mitchell, the crime scene cleaner, had stumbled upon a crime scene unlike any other. It was not merely the physical gore and filth he had to clean, it was the unspeakable evil that clung to the very essence of the mansion, a horror that would haunt him for the remainder of his life.